5 children were trapped inside a burning house on Christmas Eve. When the fire was over, they were gone. No bodies, no remains, nothing. Because if the children died in the fire, where did they go? On Christmas Eve, 1945, the Sauter family was asleep when a fire suddenly erupted inside their home. The parents, George and Jenny, escaped. 4 of their children escaped. The remaining 5 never made it out. By morning, the house had been reduced to ashes. Everyone assumed the missing children had died. Then, investigators searched the ruins and found no trace of them, not a single body. Officials insisted the fire had completely destroyed the children's remains. The case was closed, but George Sauter believed something was wrong. The family's phone line had been cut. The ladder he needed to reach the children was gone. And when he tried using his trucks to rescue them, neither would start. But both had been working the day before. Then George remembered something chilling. Weeks before the fire, a stranger had warned him that his house would one day burn down. At the time, it sounded ridiculous. Now, it sounded like a threat. Then the case got even stranger. A woman claimed she'd seen the missing children alive just hours after the fire. Another believed they were traveling with unfamiliar adults. Now, if those reports were true, the children never died in the fire. Then, 20 years later, the family received a photograph that changed everything. The man in the picture looked remarkably like Louis Sauter, one of the children who was supposedly killed in the fire. Written on the back was a cryptic message nobody could explain. The note appeared to identify the man as Louis Sauter. The photograph raised a question that remains unanswered to this day. If Louis died in the fire, who was in the picture? Nearly 80 years later, nobody knows, making the case of the Sauters one of America's longest unsolved mysteries.